Welcome back again. This is Garrett with Simply Act, and this is going to be the fourth video in our video series where we're looking at all the ways that we can leverage the Simply Act platform to share relevant data on a particular patient so that we can deliver world-class care to our patients and so that we can be more efficient and productive with our work on a daily basis as well. So in this fourth video, we're going to use the end of video 3, our last video, for our jumping off point in this video. As a quick refresh, in video 3, City General Dentistry sent a referral, which is referred to generally as a collaboration request on the platform, to Hometown Oral Surgery for the patient Becky Ash. Hometown Oral Surgery accepted that collaboration request, which gave them immediate access to the care thread for a crack 230 and its associated documentation and files. The two practices were immediately able to start collaborating on the care of Becky. To add on to this scenario for video 4, let's say that City General Dentistry also found issues the day that Becky was in their office with tooth 29. But their initial thoughts on this tooth is that it might be able to be saved with endodontic intervention. So City General Dentistry is going to refer the patient to Jason Jones of Global Endodontics for evaluation of tooth 29. And they want to do that on the same care thread as that they created for crack 230 because the disposition by Dr. Jones may ultimately affect Hometown Oral Surgery's plans, meaning that may end up affecting their staging of the procedures to take out 230. They may wait until 29 is treated or evaluated, or if the endodontist evaluates number 29 and ends up determining that it doesn't have a good prognosis or something, Hometown Oral Surgery might end up needing to add 29 to their treatment plan. So again, we're starting right where we left off on video 3 as far as we're in the care thread for Becky Ash that we looked at in video 3. One difference is I've gone back into City General Dentistry's practice. I think we ended the last video in Hometown Oral Surgery as they were receiving the original collaboration request. So we're back with Mary Jones, City General Dentistry, but we're on the same thread. We can see there's already one collaboration on this thread. If I expand the header, I see that the referral was accepted by John Smith when it was sent from Mary Jones. I can also see that in the thread itself that we've got a referral collaboration request on this thread. So if Mary Jones wants to add a separate provider, so in this case Jason Jones of Global Endodontics, we're going to go through the same interaction that we did on video 3. She's going to hit the add button bottom left, going to choose add a collaborator. In this case she's going to look for Jason Jones, Global Endodontics, but as we talked about earlier, she could just select the practice itself. So let's say there's multiple providers there and she's okay with them seeing any of the endodontists. She can select the practice instead of a specific provider. We'll select referral again. We'll leave this one as routine. We'll send request. So as we see, a second collaboration request gets added to the thread. If we open the header, we see that now we have 2 collaboration requests on this thread. One is still in a new status. So again, that's all that has to be done. You know, she might, Mary Jones may upload an additional image if she has a separate image of 29, but this same image may be all that she has for that tooth as well. So it doesn't need to duplicate any of that initial work. We can just add an additional referral to the thread. So as is the case last time, if we log out of City General Dentistry, we're going to be taken to the login screen. We'll log back in as Jason Jones. Okay, so here we are in, let's check the top right, we are in Global Endodontics users Jason Jones. So we've signed into Global Endodontics, similar to what we showed in video 3 with Hometown Oral Surgery. They've got a notification that they have an incoming collaboration request, patients Becky Ash from Mary Jones, new status. So same exact procedure that we looked at in hometown oral surgery, we can review the collaboration request. We can elect to accept it. And when we do, Jason Jones of Global Endodontics is added to the same thread. So now what can happen is Mary Jones, John Smith, Jason Jones, all of 3 different practices can collaborate on this care of the same patient. So let's say we want to update the name to represent everything that's going on this thread. All 3 providers are collaborating though. So let's say Jason Jones here in Global Endodontics evaluates the patient. Again, can put their clinical note in the thread. Can also just make a quick note. Mary Jones, John Smith, hey, I evaluated this patient and we plan to perform endodontic therapy on tooth 29 after evaluation. So in one interaction, all in the same, again, workflow, Jason Jones can communicate with both Mary Jones and John Smith of 2 separate practices so that all of that collaboration and communication occurs in one interaction, one place. All 3 of them can reference that in this one area, which again streamlines patient care, which leads to significant benefits and patient experience improvements for both patient, but leads to huge efficiency and productivity gains for us on the practice side. We're not having to do this multiple times. Mary Jones and City General Dentistry aren't having to sync up separately with John Smith and Mary Jones. Everything's done in one place, so it leads to significant efficiency benefits and work improvements for all involved. So this is the video 4 where we look at the ability to add multiple providers to a specific thread. And as I alluded in previous videos, we've added 2 here, but technically there could be more added. So let's say oral surgeon sees the patient and determines that, again, we need to get ortho or perio or whoever else involved. Those providers could be added to this same thread. Everybody's collaborating in one place with huge benefits. So this is video 4. We've got one more video left in the series where we'll look at how we can give patients options on who they're going to see. So let's say they need an oral surgeon and we're going to give them 3 different options for an oral surgeon, or they need an endodontist, we're going to give them 3 different endodontist options. That can be done on the platform with very little differences in workflows and what we've seen, but obviously the result is slightly different. So we'll look at that in video 5, and that'll conclude our series on looking at all these different ways we can use the platform to collaborate. So hopefully this makes sense. As always, if it doesn't, reach out, let us know, and we look forward to seeing you in video 5.